These are beans, these are beans, and these are beans. But the thing is, one of these beans can kill you. The question then is, which one? To answer this particular question, I'll tell a little story. At this age, a lot of my friends are getting married. And whenever I go to ask some of my married friends as to why, despite having a circle of friends made of very fine women, they settled for the average looking ones, all of them that are married came with one similar answer. They said, those very beautiful women are not good for you. They're not good for you. So that should give us an idea as to which one of these beings is likely going to kill you. I want to ask again, beans A, beans B, and beans C, which one is likely going to kill you? Which one? Is it beans A? Oh no. Is it beans B? Oh no. Is it beans C? Yeah. That is Abrus precatorius, one of the most poisonous beans in the world. There's a rule of thumb in nature that when you go into the wild and you see a plant or an animal that you're not familiar with, that you're not really sure of its identity, and it's very pleasant, it's very brightly colored, that brightly colored animal or plant has a very unpleasant surprise waiting for you. So that should give an idea as to which of the beans is likely going to kill you. You know, it's quite somehow that just this tiny seed, it has been used in jewelry because of its coloring. It's been used in jewelry for centuries now, but just this tiny seed, when crushed, when you bite it, can kill an adult human. This is Abrus precatorius, one of the, no, not one of the most poisonous being you may probably have never heard of. It then begs the question, how can something so small, something so tiny and beautiful be deadly? Just this, just this. How can it? Well, Abrus precatorius is a climbing plant native to Africa and India and the Caribbean. It has this reddish, like I showed earlier, a reddish and black coloration, as if nature is trying to warn you about its potential danger. Over centuries, it's been used the as a jewelry because of its hard coating and bright coloring. So, and for hunting in some other cases. But then I always try to tell people, don't be fooled by its beauty. The real danger lies inside of the plant. Inside. Abrus precatorius contains a proteinous toxin called abrine. Abrine, that is what's inside Abrus precatorius that makes it poisonous. And the seeds are small, but then just by crushing it and swallowing, one seed of it is enough to kill an adult human being. Abrine, which is the proteinous toxin of Abrus precatorius, acts by stopping the production of proteins by the cells in the body. And when your body cannot produce proteins, you're on your way to the mortuary. Some of the symptoms include vomiting, diarrhea, and possible death. That's imminent. It may take some time, but it's imminent. Funny thing is, there is no particular antidote for the symptoms. There is no particular antidote for this poison in this particular small bean seed. In some cultures, Abrus precatorius has been used as jewelry because of its coloring. I said that earlier. In other cultures, it's been used as a standard of measurement for gold because almost all its seeds have a their weight do not vary, so it could be used as a standard of measurement. Then some other persons use it to commit murder, and other people use it to hunt, to poison the arrows during hunting. But I'm African, I'm Nigerian, and some tribes in Nigeria use it in juju, which is the African traditional spiritual practice of voodoo for protection against harm when traveling on doing for long journeys. That's one of the uses that Abrus precatorius, or some of the uses that Abrus precatorius has been recognized for and used for over the years. This is of course this is a poisonous plant, a hazardous plant. So there are documented cases of murder, of suicide, of death, and accidental, but even by accident, when these seeds are eaten. There are several cases, especially in India, where it's used mostly, and you've seen cases where a 37, like last year, 2024, a 37-year-old woman tried to commit suicide by eating some seeds of the Abrus precatorius. And of course, she started exhibiting symptoms and all that. After 5 days, she died. Autopsy and toxicological results showed that there was presence of abrine in her system. So that led to the conclusion that she died by ingesting Abrus precatorius. You know, one funny thing about this particular bean and its poison, abrine, is that it doesn't kill you at the spot or on the spot. So it's possible that if you have been poisoned, you could possibly go home to your house and then start exhibiting symptoms and die over a couple hours if unattended to, or some days if attended to. Remember, there is no antidote. There's also another case still in India of an 18-month old, please, an 18-month-old baby who accidentally ingested some of these seeds, and after some time died. You know, they were able to trace that because some of the seeds were not crushed and were seen in 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 the baby's poop. So having experienced this, having heard of these cases, it shows that there's the need to caution and sensitize parents and pediatricians and people, the masses in general, about the potential danger of this particular bean seed. We've we've not really paid attention to it here in Africa because most of the time I don't think we have very documented cases. But then these seeds are here. I'm Nigerian and I'm with those seeds. I've been with these seeds for about 10 years now. I got these seeds since 2015 when I was working somewhere in a medicinal garden, and I have these seeds. I've been with them, and I'm growing some of these seeds because I'm interested in substances, plant-based substances that could be used as biological weapons and you know, generally military biotechnology. Remember, if this plant or if this seed can kill an adult human, just one seed can kill an adult human, then imagine what it could do to a child. So that's why parents are the most to be sensitized, and pediatricians too, about this possible potential poison hazard. And it calls for sensitization generally. Remember, if I still have Abrus precatorius, it means that there are a lot of other persons here in this country who have Abrus precatorius. It means that there are farms that have Abrus precatorius. There are possible forests, possible bushes in this country that have Abrus precatorius growing in them. So you should be careful. Remember the rule of thumb in nature, which says that if something is so pleasantly bright, if an animal is pleasantly bright, if a plant is pleasantly bright, then it calls for caution, because when you go close, that plant or that animal has an unpleasant surprise for you. Yes, yes, yes. This goes to show that nature doesn't need to have fangs like in snakes or claws like in bears and lions for it to be dangerous. The danger of nature can be in something as small as the seed of Abrus precatorius. My name is Mimi Numbers. Remember, if you're not making numbers, your days are numbered. Subscribe.
Your days are numbered. Leave me numbers, if you wanna make numbers, your days are numbered. If you wanna make numbers, your days are numbered.